E bom dia, mais um dia normal na escola. E aí, pessoal? Você vai me dar 10, né? Vai me dar 10, né, pessoal? Não, pessoal, não, pessoal. Ai, que arrombado.
This video is pretty amazing to me. You know, you have a kid in class playing with a gun with his actual finger on the actual trigger of the gun, flashing it around behind the teacher's back. What's the answer? You know, as a professional protector, like what security measures can we put in place to mitigate risk factors like this, right? The gun's already in the school, in the kid's possession. You know, I don't know where this video is, but it sounds like it's probably in a place where guns are illegal. You know, it sounds like it's probably in a place, somebody in the comments let me know, but it sounds like it's probably in a place where that kid's illegally possessing that gun, and all the laws that all the good, well-meaning people put in place to stop that exact event from happening, an unlawful person with a firearm entering a school campus, those laws didn't work to stop this from happening. Crazy. It's almost like the laws, they don't prevent anything, they just stop good people from being able to defend themselves, because a lot of these shootings do happen in places where there's laws that prohibit it, and shooting people is illegal. It always has been. But anyways, security measures to try to avoid something like this from happening. First and foremost, I think a measure that we need to be putting in place is a measure that aims at culture, right? So with regards to a lot of these shootings, there are signals that are being put out on the social media platforms of the individuals perpetrating the shooting. There's communication. There's people doing things like this in class. There's signs and signals that people in the environment can look for. Now that we have a culture that has to deal with active shooters, people in the environment can look for, and then they need a place to be able to report these things effectively, anonymously, and in a way that they can do so that will actually lead to actions that will protect our children, right? If the children aren't safe, no one's safe. So how does that look? Sometimes it's a safety officer at a school. On the private security side, it could be a security operator at the school. You know, some of the plans we put together, you have a security operator at the school. He can be plain clothes. He can be in a uniform for maximum deterrence. But part of their daily operation is open source intelligence gathering, is open source investigations, is looking at the different social media profiles of the kids while they're at school. And if there is a kid that gets reported, they become a person of interest. Now that security operator, during his downtime, when he's watching cameras and all that stuff, they're looking at that person's social media, looking for other target indicators. Does this person own weapons? Are they training with weapons? Do they have the means to do something like this? Are they showing that there's certain areas of their life that are breaking up, like they just had a divorce, their parents just got divorced, they just got a breakup with their girlfriend, they just lost their job. Different risk factors that elevate the probability that this person might do something rash. There's so much we can do on the private security side to mitigate things like this before they even happen, right? The culture of the school being one that, you know, we're educating the kids, like, hey, if you see something, say something. It's not funny, you know, it's not cool. Changing and attacking the culture, putting people in positions that can do something about it, that can put together a case that says, hey, you know, little Johnny mentioned some things about maybe mental health or suicide or attacking or shooting. Such and such, who we won't name, mentioned it to our school security operator. We did a report, we did some open source investigations, and we have this body of information that suggests maybe, you know, we can get this student some psychiatric help, attention, talk with them, see if they're struggling, see if they need help, see if they need to be extracted from that school environment. There's so much that can be done. Another amazing thing, and these are just a few that can be done, is having armed security at the campus. With regards to our last school shooting and many of the other ones, if you do your research, you'll find out that the shooters actually say that they chose those schools because they didn't have any armed security.
It was the only school that was targeted. There was another location that was mentioned, but because of a threat assessment by the suspect, there's too much security, they decided not to. And that area was here in Nashville, so we're continuing with that investigation as well.
Because those schools were soft targets. Okay, there's a lot that we can do by adding instant accountability and deterrence to our schools. That same individual who may have an exposed weapon to signal to the predators that he is there for deterrence also can be conducting surveillance detection and looking to see who's watching the school so they can interrupt aggressors while they're still in their hostile planning cycle. That's the planning cycle they need to go through in order to effectively attack that environment. These are just some considerations because we're seeing so much violence in schools. You want to learn more? Contact me at bravoresearchgroup.com. This is ByronRodgers, protector by nature and by trade. Let's make the world a safer place by helping good people to be more willing, capable, and prepared. More to come. Boom.
Boom! It's finally here. Go to protectornation.com to join the Protector Nation community. Learn online and become part of our Protector Nation family. I look forward to seeing you guys there and for us all to join forces to make the world a safer place by helping good people to become more dangerous. I'll see you there, and until then, be peaceful but not harmless.